You need to be insane about output. Number one, the game is back at scale.
Short form content, Joe was throwing out to me, you know, I have my podcast I've done for 4.5 years. I do my 5 Minute Friday I've done, I did my blog. I mean, I'm just throwing out tons of content. But Joe told me about 2 weeks ago, short form, vertical, 60 seconds or less, YouTube, 2, 3, 4 times a day I started throwing it out. My question for you is, across YouTube, it's not YouTube, across my podcast, it's video with audio. My video's posted on YouTube, my audio's thrown up on...
In full form.
In full form.
Yep.
Well, you know, full form, but like the quick get.
So both, the whole thing and then post-production.
Yep, as well. So I've got the video and I've got the audio. The video's on YouTube, the audio's hosted on Buzzsprout, which then goes out to
all the platforms.
Sources.
Yep.
I get a sense like the video isn't getting me the traction that the audio did.
Okay.
Like audio only. So when I post it, when I throw it out there on IG, LinkedIn, wherever I'm throwing my stuff, would you post the video, which gives you that beautiful thumbnail, and then here's the audio only version, which is what I've been doing? Or do you just say, screw the video side of it, let YouTube search handle that, and I just throw out the audio only version, which was good for me for a while. Remember, I'm in a small pond. So that's question one.
Well, there's a lot there. First of all, the first answer is both. You literally post them both. You literally post in big letters, audio only, and then you post the next 6 hours later with the video, and you go, video. Like you do.
So not the same post?
The same post.
Okay.
You can.
Because you said 6 hours later.
Yeah,
so
the same. Well, you said, should I put out the audio or should I put out the video?
I'm putting in both. I'm putting the video, which gives me the thumbnail, and in that post, here's the audio only version.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exact. And by the way, you don't need to put the link to the video because you could just take a screenshot from any moment you liked and then just post the audio link.
So he's saying you can have a hero image that
Correct.
just plays as the audio plays.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So, and you can have two pieces, right? You can
That's
have
right.
the video and then you can have the
That's right.
image.
But I think you subconsciously or consciously got to the more important part. Of course it worked more upfront. You were just getting your penetration to your pond. That you were just starting to fish this new pond. You've eaten a lot of fucking fish out of that pond. And because your thing is so narrow, which is great, because I love narrow depth, well, there's only so many fish in there. Right? Yeah. So now what ends up happening is you've got to start creating micro strategies. For example, what is the content you're making for the kids that are in school to become ortho? Right? That's gonna be very different content than someone who's 17 years into their career and is trying to maximize their profits or their lifestyle or are transitioning. So what you've got to now do is micro segment the pond. Right?
Which is what I've started doing.
Good.
I've really started focusing much more on the residents, because my demo is orthos are out of school, you know, a year to 12 years, give or take, ages 30 to 42, 43. That's like my demo.
Yep.
But most people don't realize the average orthodontist is coming out of residency with 5, 6, 800,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Right? And so getting them ahead of the curve and going, okay guys, you guys get out of school soon. Let me teach you how to hit the ground running. Let me show you, like, I know what you're living.
And what you, what you can also start doing, and this is where you can widen your world, you could be talking to them while they're in the process of collecting the debt and what could they potentially be doing.
Right. And that's where the narrative is sort of switched at this point in the game. And again, the last question, because again, I don't want to take too much time. This isn't the big problem. But it's hard. Do I chase, like, what I talk to orthodontists about, I can talk to anybody in this room about. It's the same stuff you talk about.
100%.
Right? The culture, the hustle, the plan, right? The team.
You should absolutely start flirting with broader content. 100%. It needs to be part of your mix.
It's hard, you know, to serve both masters, but...
I mean, are you kidding me? The first 50 pieces of business content I made, every comment was, fuck you, stay in your lane, wine boy. The fuck do you know about business? I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was like, that's all I've been doing. I just became wine guy to you because of YouTube. I'm like, I am business. You know, so you'll get some of that. You'll probably less because it's not as big of a jump for you because you've been talking about the business of ortho. You should absolutely mix that in.
And I've been doing that. My shorts have been focused on broad.
But you need to be insane about Facebook fan page output, number one. The game is back at scale.
And that's where I live.
So Facebook, fan page #1, YouTube Shorts #2, TikTok #3.
Okay.
You must dominate those 3 arbitrages.
How many pieces of content, like a day, would you say?
Ideal 4 per platform
Per platform?
Yeah.
12-ish.
on those, and then there's Twitter and Instagram and regular YouTube and LinkedIn.
So I can do content creation. Mm-hmm. That's what I love doing.
And content creation is more about post-production than actually your time.
Well,
it really is.
If I've got, which again, I'm working purposely to make sure that I've got those moments, those times where you can take pieces and throw them out later on. Like,
That's right.
Like you talk about it, right? You don't have to wear the same clothes every time.
That's right.
Right? And so the last little one, which it may not be that little, but I don't think it's huge, is it's been on my mind for at least 3 years now. And listening to you talk a lot about the culture, the social consciousness of a company, I feel like I have to do this. Like, this is like keep me up at night, but I'm afraid of the resources it's going to take. Is I've been trying for 3 years in my head to create something called Embracing Our Warriors, where too many PTSD, injured, hurt vets come back, and the VA doesn't take care of them. They deserve a smile. They deserve to feel good when they look in the mirror. And I've been talking to the VA. I've been talking to the nonprofit folks about developing, because I've got the sponsors or companies that create ortho brands. Yeah. I've got the doctors all over the country.
That's right.
To be able to develop this nonprofit where a vet can be vetted, like legit, like they're a disabled vet, and them and their family can find a doc that we hook them up with, who will get free product from a company.
So just crawl.
Just get it started. Yeah, I mean, it's always
you know,
worked.
when you're winning in one part, it makes a lot of sense because you're playing at this scale over here, that it feels natural to get this thing over here to be at that same scale immediately. Right. And I think, you know, the resources is a real thing. But I think what you do is you just decide today that you're gonna do it for 25 people. You're gonna alpha test it out with a brand or brands, with a couple of doctors, or when you get the applicants, you'll just bubblegum and tape it one by one. You'll call Ronnie or Sally and be like, this guy's in Minnesota, will you do, like, you right. Just alpha it.
I got the contacts, just hey.
Yeah, because what you're trying to do rightfully, I get it, you're trying to come from here and push it down. Like, here's the platform, this is what we do, and then you're boiling the ocean, and this is what you get into this moment. Instead, do it behind the scenes as bubblegum and tape, get the taste of it, and then scale it.
Right on. Yeah, I can do it from within.
It's the biggest reason content doesn't work. I alluded to it when I was talking about a show can just be clicked, but everybody's biggest mistake is they try to make it too big and it's all in their head and they never do anything. It just go this way.
Yeah.
Just start doing.
Best way to do it is when you call 25 of my friends, tell them to post in their communities. Hey, anybody know anybody
That's
who
right.
needs? And then I connect them with the sponsors and get it done.
You've got a big enough platform that you just say, here's the Google form. You make one Google form, you make one video, you send people, and then you see what state they're in, and then you reach out to the people. Yeah. You are traffic control, because then you're more in control.
Great idea. Thanks.
You got it.
So here's
the big
problem.
one.
And I brought this one legitimately to dozens. I work with a guy named Todd Brown, who's a really brilliant guy, helped us a lot with.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you know Todd or heard of him.
I don't.
Amazing guy.
That's awesome.
Offers.
That's good.
Nobody can solve this. So I've got a group called Orthopreneurs RD. Regional Dominance, stupid name, I made it 5 years ago. But nonetheless, it's a group of about 195 docs.
Google and Nike are stupid names. Why are they not?
Yeah.
Names are just proxies. Names are made.
So
GaryVee with 2 silent E's is a stupid name on the record. 2 silent E's is a bad idea.